During bushfires, country faced one of its most devastating wildfire seasons, as the blazes continued from December 2019 into the new year and burned a record 47 million acres, displaced thousands of people and killed at least 34 people. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex shocked both sides of the pond on January 8 when they announced they were stepping down as senior royals. World Health Organization announced January 9 that a deadly coronavirus had emerged in Wuhan, China. The virus has spread across the globe in a matter of months to more than 20 million people, resulting in at least 751,000 deaths. Legendary Los Angeles Lakers player was killed along with his daughter, Gianna, and 7 others when their helicopter crashed in Calabasas, on January 26. The president faced an impeachment trial in January on charges that he asked Ukraine to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. He was ultimately acquitted by the Senate on February 5. Bong Joon-ho's film took home the most awards, landing Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay and Best International Feature Film on February 9. The first non-English language South Korean movie won Best Picture award. The coronavirus pandemic triggered a global recession as numerous countries went into lockdown. The Dow Jones Industrial Average suffered its worst single-day point drop ever on March 9. The police-involved killings of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor this year sparked a wave of peaceful and sometimes violent demonstrations and riots across the world to demand an end to police brutality and racial injustice. The North Korean Supreme Leader fueled speculation that he was either gravely ill or dead after he missed events commemorating his grandfather on April 15. He re-emerged 20 days later in photos released by state media at a ribbon-cutting ceremony. In August, when a South Korean official claimed all of the appearances were faked and he was in a vegetative state due to health reasons. The former VP clinched the party's nomination in June despite a crowded primary field. Senator Bernie Sanders, Senator Elizabeth Warren, former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg were also among the more than 24 Democratic hopefuls in the race. A group allegedly spearheaded by a Florida teen took over the Twitter accounts of prominent business and political figures including Joe Biden, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Kanye West in a Bitcoin scam. The invasive insect, known as the Asian giant hornet, was spotted for the first time stateside when they invaded Washington state. Measuring up to 2 inches, the hornets can wipe out entire bee colonies within hours. A massive explosion at a Beirut port, sparked on August 4 by the accidental detonation of 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, causing at least 190 people killed and thousands of others injured. Joe Biden announced on August 11 that he selected the California senator as his running mate, making her the first black woman and the first Asian woman on a major party's presidential ticket. Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. His death on August 28 shocked fans, since he had completed several blockbuster films while keeping his diagnosis private. Deadly wildfires erupted from California to Washington state, burning millions of acres and displacing hundreds of thousands of people since mid-August. The Supreme Court Justice and unrelenting trailblazer for gender equality died on September 18 at the age of 87. She was the second ever woman appointed to the High Court. President Trump announced on October 2 that he and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for coronavirus. He was hospitalized for 3 days at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center before he was discharged to continue his recovery at the White House. Biden became the 46th President of the United States of America on November 7, defeating President Trump with a critical assist from his birth state, Pennsylvania, which delivered the votes to propel him to victory and end one of the most contentious elections in recent memory. Jeopardy! Host Alex Trebek died on November 8 following his battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Trebek educated and entertained millions on the beloved quiz show as its host for 36 years. The first Americans were vaccinated against the coronavirus on December 14 after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the emergency use of Pfizer's COVID-19 shot on December 11. The arrival of the vaccine, which was developed in less than a year, was touted as one of the greatest scientific accomplishments in U.S. history. After months of deadlock, Congress finally passed a $2.3 trillion corona relief and government funding bill including $600 checks just in time for the new year. But the peace was short-lived as President Trump quickly demanded the payments be increased to $2,000, finding rare support from progressive icons Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernie Sanders. The fight continued well into New Year's Eve, with the Republican-controlled Senate holding a rare session.